Dad.
Action.
Welcome to the Hollis Select Board meeting on Wednesday, October 16th, 2024 at 7 p.m. at the Hollis Community Building. I'd like to call the meeting to order. On my left is Roger Hicks, on my right is Jack Regala, and my name is Mary Hoffman. We're your Select Board. We'd like to have Martha Huff do a couple announcements first.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me preempt your agenda. I apologize for that. As I just want to be clear about absentee voting. A lot of people ask about early voting, and in Maine it's called absentee voting, and you can come to Town Hall and do that. And we do have a booth set up if you want to vote there. You do have to be patient. We've got room for one booth. So we're trying to give people their privacy, and people have been very good and patient about that. We are, thanks to the Select Board and the Hollis Center Church, we are going to be voting on November 5th at the Hollis Center Church, and there's ads going out this week for that, so you'll see that in the Reporter, and I'm sure Bennett will help me do the Portland Press Herald. And just to give you an idea how busy our office has been, as of a few minutes ago, we had issued 818 absentee ballots, and that's 3 ballots in every envelope, so that's a lot of ballots. And Crystal, our new deputy, who's doing a great job, kept saying, we're registering a lot of people, we're registering a lot of people. We just ran the numbers, and on 9/20, it was 3,351 voters. As of right now, we're up to 3,897. So we've had 546 people register to vote in the last, 60 days? So that's a lot. No wonder we're busy over there, and I thank everybody for their patience and doing that. And if you haven't if you've requested an absentee ballot and you haven't gotten it, please call us, okay? I got a little happy with the glue stick. They gave me a new one that morning, and could be a possibility it's stuck, because we had like a husband get it but not the wife, and I said, oh, yours is probably stuck to somebody else's, so it'll show up. But if you're getting nervous, we want to get it out in the mail to you while there's still time to get it out to you. And given this record number of registrations, we think some people are registering to vote instead of requesting the absentee. It's very similar website, so it's easy for that to happen. So don't feel bad if that happens. Just call and get your ballot, okay? And you can call, you can come in and get it, and you can do it online at maine.gov, and we've got all that information, I think, on the website. So thank you. I don't want to take everybody's time up. Oh, and dog licenses are due now, too.
There you go. You made Ken happy.
Thank you. Yeah, I made Ken happy.
So I was concerned because I didn't receive my absentee ballot in the mail. So when I asked Martha today, well, you registered again to vote, Mary, but you didn't ask for the absentee ballot. So don't feel bad. If you haven't received it, you should have received it by now, because they went out, what, a week ago?
Yes, I think it was the October 3rd. We started doing the 2nd, but because we had, I don't know how many, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, they went out the next morning.
So you should have received them by now. So if you haven't, please call them, because you probably did the same thing I did.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's fine. That's easy to do. And we can make errors on our end, too. I'm not saying we can't, because we can. So we can do that. So we'll try to fix that up for you. So thank you very much for letting me go through. I apologize to you.
And we'll look forward to registering our dogs.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'd like Roger to present the 2024 Group Spirit of America Award to the Hollis Conservation Commission members. And we have 3 of the members here that we'll introduce after he reads the award.
The Select Board from the Town of Hollis would like to nominate the current members of the Hollis Conservation Commission: Madison Moody, Catherine Hewitt, John Matter, Joanne Troon, Doris Luther, Lee Coleman, Ruth Levitt, and Sarah Sorensen for the Spirit of America Group Award for 2024. Since longtime Chair John Mentor stepped down and passed the reins over to Madison Moody, the group has enthusiastically proceeded to continue providing additional information and learning opportunities to the participants from around the state. The Hollis Conservation Commission holds monthly meetings and provide pertinent and well-written minutes to include projects that they are working on to respond to our growing concerns of our community regarding climate change, protection of lands for future generations, including maintaining places of beauty and rare species of plants and animals. Their meetings are held on a consistent, regular basis, excuse me, unless a work group meeting is held. The Commission also continues to evaluate the possibility of establishing a land trust within the town. Special projects recently taken on by the Commission include community resilience projects to help reduce emissions and prepare for the impacts of climate change by providing both grant funding and direct support to municipalities. To receive access to funding, communities must enroll in the Community Resilience Project, which the Commission has initiated by sending a proposal to the program. The Commission is working with Southern Maine Planning and Development Commission to fulfill the requirements to complete 2 self-assessments in an educational event for the community about the program during our Hollis Community Day event to be held this August. Once they have completed the necessary tasks to formally receive acceptance into the program, the Hollis Conservation Commission will be able to apply for grants. The Commission has also been working with Southern Maine Planning and Developing to develop an electronic GIS mapping system with overlays to identify open space that is currently available in the state of Maine. Responsible for the maintenance of trails, the members of the Commission volunteer their free time to groom and clean up trail debris, allowing all visitors to enjoy the marked trails in Googans Woods and Indian Cellar Preserve, both located in Hollis. The Commission also sponsored a cleanup day for picking up trash and bottles along the roadside in our town on at least a yearly basis. They obtain a variety of prizes to honor volunteers, invest their time to participate. During community events, the Hollis Conservation Commission provides booths with educational safari boxes and educational vernal pools and prints to teach youngsters on how to track animals in the wild. At the town's Earth Day event, they invited the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife to discuss their project to reintroduce the eastern cottontail rabbit into Hollis on Bear Hill Road. Members of the Commission also developed young naturalist packets for the libraries to be checked out to individuals to evaluate their findings while walking on our local trails in their natural setting. 2 Commission members, Ruth Levitt and Joanne Toon, also have attended classes and have become Maine Master Naturalists. During the early spring, summer, and fall, both host guided walks for all ages groups to include families, school children, and summer recreational activities. They also notify the Native Plant Trust to assist with surveying rare plants within the area. As part of the project for becoming master naturalists, Joanne created a downloadable online guide to Googans Woods with Ruth, investigating the genealogy and environment within. Chair Madison Moody is currently working with an Eagle Scout to put on a new trail on the Indian Cellar Preservation. Madison was also instrumental in the process for the Commission to purchase land abutting the preserve. This additional property gives visitors easier access to the trails of Indian Cellar and helps maintain its scenic beauty. It is with great honor and privilege for the Hollis Select Board to nominate the Hollis Conservation Commission for the Spirit of America Group Award representing Hollis in 2024. Congratulations.
Very good. Excellent
So
job.
you all need to come up and introduce yourselves at the podium. Come on, guys. You get one each.
Comfortable.
I know. Here you go. So, who's whom?
Hi, everyone. Lee Klarman.
Ruth Levitt.
And Joanne too.
So these are our two naturalists. We're very proud of them and they give great walks. And Lee's been working with the
United Way.
United Way and gave us a presentation on the United Way. Thank you so much.
Humanities.
Really great job with doing it.
So how much time does it take to achieve your master nat?
It's the one-year program.
It's a one-year program, lots of homework, in which I spent a lot of time on Jack's property, getting to know, and he was part of my accomplishment there, was because I was able to work on the vernal pool and different things on his property, so it was really nice.
It's not an easy task.
It was a lot of work.
It's a lot of work,
It
but
was fun.
it was well worth it.
And Lee, how have your presentations with the United Way been going?
Outstanding. It's been good to be able to get into a lot of communities outside of Greater Portland. So I appreciate the time here. But yeah, they've been going really well.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you can stay or you can leave, whichever you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Alrighty, so I need a
Motion to open
motion.
public hearing for all secret ballot warrant articles, proposed shoreline zoning map, proposed charter commission, and proposed ordinance changes for the Hollis special town meeting to be held on November 5th, 2024.
I second it. All those in favor? Aye. So we don't have a long warrant for the November 5th meeting. It's the usual warrant language in the beginning with just greetings, and that it will be held on Tuesday, the 5th day of November, November 5th, 2024, at 6:45 a.m. in the forenoon to act on Article 1. The polls will then open at 7 a.m. in the forenoon and close at 8 p.m. in the evening to act on Articles 2 through 5 by secret ballot voting. All proposed amendments in the proposed shoreline zoning map are available for review and inspection at the town clerk's office or on our website and will be available at the special town meeting. Article 1 is the usual to elect a moderator by written ballot to preside at said town meeting. Article 2 is, shall a charter commission be established for the purpose of establishing a new municipal charter? Many people are aware, we're going to be hiring a town manager. And we've heard from multiple people that they feel that we sort of got the cart before the horse. So we're going to ask for a charter commission to be established so we can get a municipal charter within the next year. And so there's nomination papers available if you want to be, they're elected. We have to elect 3 people to be nominated, and then we appoint 3 people, and then one of the select board members. So that's Article 2. Article 3, shall an ordinance entitled 2024 Amendments to the Town of Hollis Ordinance for the Disposal of Tax-Acquired Property be enacted. And that one is we did approve the 2024 amendments to the disposal of tax-acquired property in June, but meanwhile the legislative body changed the ordinance and told us we had to enact it in August. So the basic amendment is that we used to be able to sell tax-acquired property, and if we couldn't find, right now we have to see if we can find the owner, and they get any excess money after we pay the taxes and the liens. Now any excess money will go to the state, so that's a big change in that ordinance. But it's a lengthy process, and I'm part of the legislative committee in Augusta, and we're proposing that they look at that closely because it's a lot of work for the town to just get their taxes and the lien costs back, and not, if they can't find an owner, not be able to get the money back. But they're working on that again this year. So that's just a required amendment because of the change in the law from the state. Article 4 is shown an ordinance entitled the 2024 Adoption of the Town of Hollis Shoreline Zoning Map dated 8/14/2024 as incorporated in the Hollis Shoreline Zoning Ordinance through Chapter 11 be enacted. And there is a copy of the map, and there's copies of the ordinances over there, but there's a copy of the map that they proposed. And this took a little time because originally they got old data and they had to get the new data from the federal government. So it's just to outline where the shoreline is and what wet areas are and what sort of resource protection areas there are within the town. And hopefully we're going to incorporate the two maps so it also includes the different RR zones and the Hollis residential zones and stuff. And then our third map that we're proposing for next year will get rid of Jack's favorite little part where it sort of has a little
Dog leg.
on the map. So that's our next project for mapping. But it's just so we have something that's more accurate when code enforcement is looking at people's proposals. We had a lady come in because she was concerned because she lived on the Saco River and she knew that she was probably not far enough away from the Saco River to have a house, and she was concerned that we might make her move her house. And we reassured her that if you had a house already built, we weren't going to make you move it. This is for new buildings and new proposed construction. So there's a copy of the map in the packet. And then the final one is an ordinance entitled 2024 Amendments to the Zoning Ordinance for the Town of Hollis regarding adoption of amendments under Article 1.5 be enacted. And it's because the town of Bar Harbor had a case go before the state legal system because they had a debate when they had an election. The planning board had said in Bar Harbor that you needed to have, if the planning board didn't approve whatever the proposed change was, that you needed a 2/3 majority vote. And that's not true in the state of Maine. Unless you have a charter, you only need 50%, 50.1%. So that's basically what this change is to take out from our zoning ordinance that you need 2/3 vote, that you just need a majority vote. The state is very specific that if you don't have a charter, you can't make a 2/3 rule. And I'm not sure that we would pass a 2/3 majority vote because it certainly gives the planning board a lot more power than I think we would want them to have. And then it also explains what the days before, how many days before the voting that you have to have your amendments into the secret ballot. So, and they're all listed on the website and available for review. Any questions from anybody? So they're pretty straightforward, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to look at. They are listed. I know some people had some questions about why the planning board didn't put an opinion on the zoning amendment, and I told them that they probably needed to ask the planning board that question. So, any questions?
No one on Zoom?
Well,
Make a motion, we close the public hearing and reconvene the select board meeting.
Second that
Second.
motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Under old business, and I'm going to ask Roger, Jack to hold this up. So, Callista Cross, I probably mispronounced her first name, came to us and said that she wanted to know if we were willing to get a, get to have have the state legislative appoint the Salmon Falls Bridge as a Veterans Memorial Bridge. And Buxton had already said yes, so we figured we should also say yes, plus we wanted to honor our veterans. So then a week ago she came down and presented this beautiful plaque to the town that was made by Ed Camus, and we just want to thank them both for presenting this plaque to us. It's really an honor. They did a great job, and we're going to keep it safe until we have the new town hall to hang it in.
In the town hall there.
Yeah.
You come in.
But it says honoring all veterans.
That's right.
Freedom is not free, and it has, Salmon Falls Veterans Memorial Bridge in Hollis.
Can you see that?
Because the Bar Mills Bridge is dedicated to the veterans
There?
from the World Wars from Hollis and Buxton, and not all veterans. So we just thought this was an honor.
That was really nice plaque.
Very well done.
Yep.
Then Jack or Roger are going to give you an update on the new municipal town office construction, as we finally see some progress. So,
I did it last time. If you want to do it this time, all I know is
Okay.
we're about 10 days behind, which isn't too bad
Yep.
at this point.
They've been working on, you can't really see it right now, but the footings are all in.
Yep.
Tomorrow, the concrete people will be back, and they'll be setting walls with their fingers
Hopefully.
crossed. So, once they get the walls set, then you'll be
Right.
able to see the footprint.
Right.
Right now, you actually have to walk over to see the footprint. It's down in the, about 8 feet down.
but the good news is that we have dug a hole in the ground,
Yeah, it's go-
and that we're
it's-
constructing.
It's
I mean,
going.
it's only been 7 years, right? 7 or 8 years, so.
Yep.
So
Been a
hopefully,
long road.
hopefully by the end of next week, we'll have cement walls up.
Yep, hopefully.
And then we'll start working diligently
Yep.
on the meeting room area. They'll start pouring the floor and getting that ready to close in for the winter.
And of course, we're always changing things on them, so.
I know.
And then who wants to give an update on both the Pleasant Hill Road and Mansion Road?
Pleasant Hill Road, they're supposed to come back tomorrow and finish it, supposedly, quote unquote. Their paver had broke down. And Mansion Road, we're a little behind on that one too. They were supposed to be taking trees down today, but for some reason, there was a glitch. So hopefully tomorrow, they're scheduled to take the trees down. Then the excavation work can start on Mansion Road for taking that by that sharp bend on Dearwander and Mansion. Yeah.
And then an update on the tax commitment. We did commit taxes on October 4th. The mill rate is going to be $15 per thousand, and the assessment ratio, because we haven't had a reevaluation, went down to 63%. So on like veterans and homesteads and stuff, we got 63%.
Yeah, but we're looking at what, late next summer?
So we're looking at starting a reeval next summer,
Right.
and we'll finish up in 2026. So, and on your, if you go in and look up your name, you have to go down the very bottom of the page to find out how much you owe. The, where you can go in and it says 2023, 2024. The 2024, 2025 hasn't been uploaded yet, but at the very bottom it will tell you what you owe in November for your first payment. Okay. So Bennett just said that the tax bills online should be up by Friday. So
Oh, thank you.
thank you.
Yeah.
And some of this election reminder to all residents, we sort of talked a little bit, but the change of voting place for the November 5th election because of our construction here will be held at Hollis Center Church, 388 Hollis Road, Route 202, across the street from Fire Station 1 and the Community Clothing Closet. Also, if you requested online to vote by absentee ballot and haven't received your ballot in the mail yet, please call the town clerk at 929-8552, extension 18, as you may have only just registered to vote, as I did. It was embarrassing because I said, I think I checked the wrong box. So, let's see. Under new business, we have payroll and warrant totals. I guess we forgot these last time, so we've got 4 of them. So the warrant, the week of 9/16 was $57,921. The warrant, the week of 9/23 was $180,123. The warrant last week was $373. It's $373,299. That was going to be good for a warrant. The warrant this week, just wait, was $1,013,873. $394,000 of that million was for Great Falls Construction, because they bill for everything that's been done, and then we pay them, and they pay the subcontractors, and $500,000 for SAD6 for our monthly contribution. So payroll the week of 9/16 was $32,162. The payroll the week of 9/23 was $33,549. The payroll last week was $30,089, and the payroll this week was $33,535. So, purchase orders, 4483 was for Firematic Supply Company from Chief Young for replacement the Stokes basket for Squad 61, not to exceed $800. Purchase order 4484 for Poirier Guidelines for Rob Hanson for lining Pleasant Hill Road, not to exceed $1,000 once they get it paved. Purchase order 4485 for RM Earthworks was for our installation of a temporary reclaimed walkway from the community building to the end of the driveway up to front parking area lot towards Route 35. It's where the kids walk so that they don't have to walk on the main road, the road coming into our facility, so they don't get hit by any trucks. Not to exceed $6,800, and it really looks nice. He did a really nice job for us. Purchase order 4486 is for HSE from Chief Young for 4 replacement batteries for extrication tools, not to exceed $1,123.64. Purchase order 4411 was for Visa for a safety grant for Lorex 4K 16 camera capable and wired NVR system, not to exceed $1,150. That's for security down at the sports complex, because we got a new storage container or whatever, and it got broken into, so we trying to increase our security down there. And purchase order 4410 from Frost Energy Inc. is for the sports complex to purchase and install one Renee direct vent wall heater for Hollis Sports Complex, not to exceed $1,830. The one we had been there for years and finally bit the dust. And purchase order 4408 was for the safety grant on Visa for 4 solar lights and spool of Ethernet cable, not to exceed $1,263 for security down at the sports complex. And then we're up to correspondence. Who wants to go first?
Buxton Hollis Historical Society presents Methodist Eastern Tribal Indian Society of Maine, Saturday, November 2nd, 7 p.m., 100 Main Street, Route 4A, Bar Mills. Methodists are a mixed blood people of Aboriginal First Nations ancestry. Doug Borak, First Chief of Menace of Maine, will be speaking at the Buxton Hollis Historical Society 54th annual meeting. Doug is a qualified pipe carrier for ceremonial events and a qualified firekeeper. during the powwows. He will be presenting Native American or woodland Indian artifacts and cultural information. Menace Treasurer Ralph Bedard will also be in attendance. Suggested donations $10, seniors $8, and students $5.
And then Jack's got one to read, and I have one to
Yep,
read.
Buxton Hollis Historical Society Annual Meeting, Potluck Supper, Saturday, November 2nd, 2024, 6 p.m., 100 Main Street, Route 4A, Bar Mills. Please join us for food, music, and fellowship as BHS celebrates its 54th anniversary. A potluck supper will be followed by a brief business meeting, the election of officers for 2025, and the recognition of our amazing volunteers for their valuable hours of service in the preservation of local history. That's all, folks.
And then they're going to follow with his presentation. So, and then I have an announcement from HEAP, which is a Home Energy Assistance Program, is now accepting applications for 2024-25 winter heating season. It provides assistance to eligible homeowners and renters to help cover heating and energy costs. Renters whose utilities are included in their rent may also be eligible for assistance with direct and indirect energy costs. In most cases, the funds are distributed directly to the fuel and utility vendors. An appointment is absolutely necessary in order to apply for energy assistance. Call to schedule your LIHEAP appointment today at 207-459-2950 or 1-800-965-5762. Home visits are available for shut-ins. Applicants will be required to provide all the following information: proof of household income, Social Security numbers for all household members, birth dates for all members of the household. A copy of your most recent electric bill will be required. If you fail to bring all these items, your application will not be processed. LIHEAP may also be available to provide telephone assistance and electric bills. So they really encourage you to go ahead and apply soon, because I heard a while ago that they didn't have a lot of money, and hopefully they got some more funding. Now we're up to announcements. The Community Resilience Program. The town is applying for a grant through the state program that awards up to $75,000 towards projects to help towns reduce emissions and become more resilient to climate change. The Conservation Commission needs your input to help choose our grant project. Possible projects include land conservation, public education and outreach, and sidewalk improvements. They will have a table set up at the Hollis Sports Complex on Saturday, October 26th from 9 a.m. to noon. Come visit the table to learn more about the program and provide your feedback on the Hollis Town Grant Project. They're also going to have some raffle items, including whatever those squishy toys are. Squishmallows. They're going to have 4 of those, and they're going to have, I think, some sort of gift card for adults. And then they're going to have little race cars for any children that come over with their parents. So please do come visit and give us your input. I don't think it's going to be, they're not going to keep you for an hour or two. It's probably probably 5-10 minutes conversation at that, but please come join us. Be aware that a skunk on Deerwander Road recently tested positive for rabies. Make sure to never touch an animal that is wild or unknown to you. You should also make sure your pets are up to date on rabies vaccines. A link to more information about rabies is on our website, posted under announcements. There are 2 area rabies vaccination clinics coming up.
Back up a minute.
Yeah.
That skunk announcement reminds me of the song, "There's a dead skunk in the middle of the road." That's why I was chuckling. Sorry.
I don't really know. He didn't
didn't-
say when he called.
Yeah.
Well,
They say
there's
that
been a
too.
couple up by the Blueberry.
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
come
okay.
across a couple
Right.
of them. They'll act disorientated and they'll act sick. The biggest thing about that is if anybody suspects anything like that, make sure they get hold of the warden service.
Yep.
There are 2 area rabies vaccination clinics coming up. First one is this Saturday, October 19th, from noon to 2 p.m. at 238 Old Alfred Road in Waterboro, sponsored by Bonnie Bray Veterinary and Noble Empty Two Pet Food Pantry. The first 75 vaccinations will be free on a first-come, first-served basis. After that, it is $10 per vaccination. Cash only, please. The other clinic will be held on Saturday, December 7th from 1 to 3 p.m. at Buxton Public Works, 215 Portland Road, sponsored by the Hollis Animal Clinic, Town of Buxton, Town of Hollis, and Vacation Land Dog Club, $8 per vaccination. Cash only, please. Nomination papers are available in the town clerk's office for 3 Charter Commission members for a 1-year term. Nomination papers are due back by November 8th, 2024 at 4 p.m. No emails or faxes are allowed. The special town meeting will be held on Tuesday, January 7th, 2025 by secret ballot voting. Voting places to be determined.
We are currently hiring a part-time secretary for the Planning Board, Finance Committee, and Board of Appeals. Position is approximately 15 to 30 hours per month. Our rate is based upon skills and experience. Interested candidates should submit their resume to the Select Board at the town office or email the administrative secretary at hollismaine.org. We are still seeking an animal control officer for our town. The job description is available on our website under announcements and at the town office. The position is 20 hours a week and includes a generous benefit package including medical, dental. Okay.
Mental, that is included. Dental and retirement options. For more information, call Bennett Flinner at 298-9708 or email your resume to adminsecretary@hollismaine.org.
Let me grab this one.
Sure.
Parks and Rec Department. The Parks and Rec Department will hold their annual Halloween bonfire at the sports complex on Friday, October 18th from 5:30 p.m. until 9 p.m., weather permitting. They will have lantern carving and pumpkin decorating. Bring your own milk jug to make a lantern. They will also host a haunted mile around the walking path. Fee is $5 per person. Parks and Rec will also host their annual Halloween party at the Hollis Elementary Gym on Saturday, October 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. They will have free games, serve some snacks, and the costume contest will begin at approximately 7 p.m. Fee is $5 per person.
The planning board currently has vacancies for alternate members on their board. We also need volunteers to join our comprehensive plan committee. If you are interested in becoming a member of either boards, please contact the select board for an application at 298-9708 or email adminsecretary@hollismaine.org. MSAD number 6 is accepting applications for their Citizens Budget Advisory Committee. This committee serves a 1-year term and makes budgetary recommendations to the District Budget Committee and the School Board. Application deadline is Monday, November 4th. For an application, contact the business office at 929-2318, or we have some upstairs. Upcoming town committee and board meetings. Conservation Commission meeting on Thursday, October 17th at 5:30 p.m. Town Manager Hiring Committee meeting on Tuesday, October 22nd at 6 p.m. Planning Board meeting and public hearing on Wednesday, October 23rd at 7 p.m. regarding proposed changes to the Cannabis Business Ordinance. Safety Committee meeting on Tuesday, October 29th at 9 a.m. and a Select Board meeting on Wednesday, November 6th at 7 p.m. Any public comment? Anybody on Zoom? Anybody from the audience?
I'd just like to mention and say thank you to Poland Springs because they donated a lot of pumpkins for the Parks and Rec event. So that was very nice of them.
And they've been doing an awful lot for us lately, so
They have
we really appreciate it.
Yep.
They're looking at, Jack is making a proposal to have on the pond.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to work with them and come up with some figures and see if they will fund to get us a fountain and circulator, and also do extra electrical work so we can put in some receptacles and lights. So during the winter, when they play hockey or ice skate, you know, we can probably have lights on for a while, not all night long, but
But we really
trying to
wanted to
work
get a
at that.
fountain, you know,
yeah.
so it
A fountain
circulates
would
that
be really
water.
pretty.
Well, it
And
also
it probably helped us fish survive too.
yeah, circulate that water.
Oh, yeah, you have to, because we had that blue-green algae.
Yep.
So that would be a big plus. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can, this is it?
This is
I'll-
it.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All
Thanks,
those in favor?
everybody.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you
Good
so
night,
much, you
everybody.
guys.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.